I'm Cassidy, and when I think about you, I touch myself. So, tonight, I want to talk about an issue that is being hotly debated right now. Uh, it's huge, it's a big issue, which to me just seems ridiculous. But the issue is the bathroom bill thing that's going around. Some states are wanting to police which bathrooms people use, and that to me is it's kind of ridiculous. And I think that there's a bigger issue here. I mean, really, it can't be that they want to dictate where people pee. Now, they're trying to make it about safety. They're saying they don't want men dressed up as women in the women's room because they'll attack them. They'll be, they're going to be preying on the women, and that's bullshit. That's seriously, that's ridiculous to even suggest that. And the reason is that transgender women are women. They're not going to be attacking women in the women's room any more than a woman going in the woman's room would attack a woman in the woman's room. You see how dumb that sounds? Secondly, let's look at the other side of the coin. Transgender men going in the men's bathroom. Oh my God, they might attack the other men? No. Have you heard that? Have you heard one person mention transgender men in the men's bathroom? No, because it's a non-issue. It's crap. It's not about safety. So they claim it's about religious beliefs or religious freedom. Yeah. How? I mean, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in any of that stuff. But what I do know of most religions, their whole thing is kind of like, be chill, love people, accept people, not love people except the ones that aren't like you. Again, I'm an atheist, so, I don't know. But from what I understand, religion is kind of about love. That's like their thing. So, is it about religious freedom? Is it about religious beliefs? So, when we dig through all the bullshit and smoke screens and, the misdirection, what it really comes down to is discrimination. Let's just call it what it is. It's discrimination. To not allow a transgender person to use the bathroom of the gender that they identify with is the exact same thing as not allowing a black person to use the same water fountain as a white person. And if you don't see that, you're an idiot. Plain and simple. Okay? The legislation is about repressing the rights of a group of people simply for being different. And that is discrimination. That's like the definition of discrimination. And, I think it goes even deeper than that. There are people that want to push this bill that want to keep transgender people out of the restrooms because, bad things are going to happen. I think what it's really about is that if transgender people are afforded basic civil rights like everyone else, that means they have to be recognized. That means the conservatives, or, I don't want to put a label on it, but, whoever it is that doesn't want transgender people in the bathroom, it kind of forces them to validate us. You know what I mean? It kind of forces them to accept that we are human beings. And that absolutely needs to happen. Because as long as the law and, the various states on state level or local level are allowed to exclude transgender people based simply upon the fact that they're transgender and not validate our existence, then, until that changes, we're never going to have freedom. And honestly, if we don't have freedom, nobody has freedom. Think about that, because it's easy to say, well, transgender people are different. We don't want them doing the same things as us. We don't want them around our families. But once you dehumanize one group of people for ridiculous, nonsensical, non-important reasons, you're just opening the door to do it to others. And then the next thing, the majority could decide that, it's not normal to eat Raisin Bran for breakfast, and then all you bitches that eat Raisin Bran, watch out. So, like I said, the issue at hand, I don't think is really about where someone's going to the bathroom. That's just the vehicle. That's just the tool that, people are using to push the issue, and to bring it to the forefront. And unless we fight it, unless we stand up and say, hey, no way, you're not going to treat us like this, it's going to happen. If we sit at home and we complain about it and we say, that's not fair, they can't treat me like that, I'm a human being, but we don't do anything about it, it's going to happen. They're going to make laws if nobody opposes them. And, slowly but surely we lose, little by little, we lose everything. And it's not just transgender people. Cis people, non-transgender people, anyone, allies, we need your voices too. We need everyone, unless you believe in discrimination and oppression of people that are different than you, then, we need to count your voice with ours. And that's the only way things are going to change. That's the only way we, as, transgender individuals, are going to be validated as human beings, which is all we are. It's what everybody is. We're different, but so is everyone. Everyone's different in some way. So, you know, don't let these bathroom bills go through. It's just not going to be good for anyone. The next topic I wanted to talk about is, I guess, pronouns and how you interact with transgender people. I have always said that I think that the concept of passing is kind of bullshit, and it's not something people should have to worry about, but it is real. I mean, it is very real. And unfortunately, people do have to worry about it. Now, to that end, I've kind of, in my own life, wanted to be a little bit more laid back, with people. I've always said that I'm not, it's not just me going through this transition. Everyone that knows me, my family, my friends, my coworkers, I kind of am dragging them along on this ride with me, whether they want to or not. So I have always said that I'm not going to get upset if people don't call me by my preferred name, or if they don't use the proper pronouns. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt my feelings or anything like that. It doesn't make me feel like less of a person, because I know inside who I am and I'm comfortable with that. But what I'm really kind of thinking about is that going to hurt me down the line? Like, if I'm so laid back and, nonchalant about my pronouns and my identity, how can I expect anyone to take me seriously, in the future, when I want to be taken seriously, or when I want to start being referred to by those pronouns? So, and you know, I understand that it's difficult to, expect people that have been calling me by my birth name for many, many years and referring to me in a male gender to, all of a sudden make the switch and you know, be, disciplined about it. And that's okay. And I understand that. But again, you know, is that down the line when I say, hey, now I want to be called Cassidy all the time, or, I want to be referred to as she, the female pronouns, is that going to be like, well, why now? Or am I making things more difficult for myself down the line? Like, should I start now? Is what I'm thinking. Should I get people now starting to get used to the idea of, calling me Cassidy and, referring to me in the with female pronouns, just to avoid any complications, I guess, later, or, just to make it easier for people to make that switch. That's just something I've been thinking about. I don't know, if I'm right, if I'm wrong. This journey is new to me as well. Even though I rock it and I make it look so easy, I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning about myself. And it's a process. It's not like turning on a light switch. I didn't wake up one day and be like, "Pow, I'm Cassidy." But it does take time, and there are things that I have to figure out too. And definitely going to make some mistakes along the way. I'm sure I've made mistakes already, and I'm sure there's been situations I could have handled better. And, that's part of the experience. That's part of learning and growing as a person. Not necessarily even just a transgender person, but as a person in general. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject. Let me know what experiences you've had with pronouns and preferred names and interactions with people. Let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear from transgender people and also any cisgender, non-transgender people. I'd like to hear about your interactions as well, because your perspective is just as valid as mine. I say, I want you to learn from me about what my feelings in my life are like, but I can also learn from you. I can gain your perspective, the non-transgender people. We all have something to offer. Everyone. Everyone can teach everyone else at any time. You just have to be open to receive the lesson. So, as usual, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, I appreciate it. If you could share my video, that'd be fantastic also. I appreciate, the help, getting exposure, getting out there, and, just reaching as many people as possible. And, that comes from you guys. I need your help. I need you to, like the videos and share them, and, tell people to subscribe. And, if I have to pay them, I will, but no, I don't have money for that. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, until next time, love you.